Right, I was rooting the back of this one's head. I'm hoping I can have this in a position where you guys can see what's going on here. Okay. So, where am I going? I think I was going here. We're just going to have a chill time. I'm hoping you guys can see this okay. I'm just having a chill evening. Just watched the new Predator film. That was fun. And I thought I would do some rooting afterwards. So here we are. This is a baby that I'm doing with curly hair, and I am really excited about how it's coming out. I'm thinking it's looking really cute at the moment. So you can see all these little curls here. I think it's adorable. And yeah, this is how I usually do the hair. So I've got another one here. This is like a head that I have fully rooted. I haven't cut it yet, but that one's fully rooted. And then I'll just have that one in the background. This is the one that I'm doing at the moment. So I have a heat lamp, which is then what heats up the head. If I try and then I'm using a needle and getting the hair, and I am rooting. So it takes quite a while, but it's a very satisfying process. Hello. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my videos. I haven't filmed in a couple of days because I've been very stressed this week. Work has been very stressful. And on top of like getting a lot of hate comments and stuff, I was like not really feeling in the mood to film. So I haven't been, just been looking after myself, which you should always be your number one priority is you know, your health and making sure you're feeling okay. But I'm really excited to see how this hair is going to come out. I like curlier because I think it's really cute. How long does it take me to make them? It takes around 30 to 50 hours per doll. It can take a bit more or less. It kind of depends on what I'm doing with it, like whether I'm rooting the hair, painting the hair, leaving it bald. I don't really do bald babies anymore. But yeah, this is a reborn baby that I have painted already. Now I'm adding the hair in. With curly hair, it always looks a bit of a mess until you use. Oh, it's now focusing on that face. Until you like use some water and make it like all nice together. Yeah, they do take a lot of patience. I don't have very much patience. I'm not a very patient person. Um, I know my dolls could be better if I was more patient about making them. Um, but yeah, I do struggle with patience is always something I have struggled with personally. But I'm having to learn to be more patient with these babies because they take a long time to make. How long did it take to learn? Well, I started making them 2 years ago, and it's hard to say because it's like I'm always learning. Like there's always more for me to learn. Um, so yeah, I started making them 2 years ago, and I started being like really happy with the ones I was making about a year ago, I think. Um, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop learning when it comes to how to make these dolls. And a lot of it was just trial and error, to be honest. Because I'm such an impatient person, like I didn't go and watch like tutorials. So my first few were just really bad because I had no idea what I was doing. But then I kind of got the hang of it a bit more. If I make a mistake, can I pull the hair out? Yes. So I have tweezers here, so I will just use tweezers if I need to take them out. But yeah, I do sell them. I sell them through reborns.com, so I have a link in my bio, which will take you to the page that I sell them on. It might take you to my website, which will then take you to where I sell them. Yeah, I don't have any of the ones that I have made up for sale at the moment. I've got some like from my collection that are for sale. But I think all of the ones that I'm making, I'm going to save for the doll show in November. And then I'll take them to the doll show. I think that'll be fun. Are you using a hair map? Yes. So I don't know if you can see like some faint lines on here. That's where I've drawn the hair map on. So I am rooting it in a map because this is curly hair. It doesn't really like look like it's mapped so much, but it is. What is the favorite kit I have painted? Favorite kit I've painted. I did really love this kit. I think Laurie by Nikki Johnston is probably my favourite one that I've painted. Or Jalen, I did really enjoy the Jalen sculpt actually as well. I mean, hence I still have him in my collection. But he was really fun to paint. He had such a great mouth. I haven't got any makeup on, so I wasn't going to have my face on this stream. But evidently I did paint my nails a few days ago. So you can see them. And I am doing a tutorial for the rooting that I'm doing on this baby. So this area I'm not like mono rooting just because this is going to be like a little bit of a thicker area and it's at the back, so it won't be seen as much. But other areas I will be mono rooting more, which is where I just do like one hair at a time, which takes a lot longer. Sometimes you try and go in and the hair doesn't go in at all. Um, I don't make custom orders, so I do just paint babies for fun. This is my hobby, what I do in my downtime. Um, but I do have like recommendations for artists that do custom orders, and yeah, I recommend just kind of doing your research and like finding an artist that you're happy with, essentially. But I get so many requests like every single day for custom orders, and I would never be able to keep up with the demand. Plus, it's a lot of pressure, and for me, that kind of takes the fun out of this. And since this is like my hobby and not my job, I just want it to be fun and relaxing. So I paint when I like, the root. It's all just for fun. And so like this bit looks kind of not like a clump of hair or anything. And then I will spray some water on it, and it will come together into like a little curl. Oh, look at that, look at that. How cute is that? Look at this curl. Oh, I love it so much. I'm really enjoying like creating a curly hair baby. I just think it's the sweetest thing. So yeah, each one takes around like 50 hours. Can be less, can be more. It's just a chill time. I think everyone should have like a crafting hobby, because humans are innately creative, and it's a really lovely way to yeah, just have like bring some creativity into your life, especially if you're in like a job that like doesn't really involve being creative. Everyone needs a little creative outlet. I have quite a few creative outlets, but this is my main one. And what's quite nice about this one is that it's like a self-sustaining hobby, because crafting hobbies can be really expensive, especially like reborning. This is not a cheap hobby to like take up, but because I sell them, I can then like put that money back into more kits and paints and supplies, and rather than like with other crafts that I do, which obviously make lovely things, but then I don't like sell them or anything. But people are often shocked at the price of reborns, and I think if they watched videos like this, they perhaps wouldn't be, because they'd be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you are putting like each hair in one at a time. Of course, of course, they're going to cost, you know, hundreds of dollars, hundreds of pounds, because yeah, if someone's taken like 50 hours, even if you were to like pay minimum wage, yeah, it's gonna have to be a lot of money. But unfortunately, this doesn't pay better than my day job, which is why it is not my day job. So, and sometimes when you like turn your hobby into a job, it's not so fun anymore. So I feel like this is one of those streams that people are going to come back to watch as they fall asleep. I have videos that I watch to fall asleep. I always find it really sweet when people say, "Oh, you know, I'm watching your videos to fall asleep to," because like I like art restoration videos when I'm going to sleep. I find them really calming. And as someone that really struggles to switch her brain off, it's nice to just have something to wind down to. So I'm just going in a couple of hairs at a time, building out this section of the hair. And if I was a more patient person, I would be doing the entire head one hair at a time. But I'm not. So I won't. But I think I'll do all the front bits will definitely be one hair at a time. This is really nice hair I'm using. This is the Juna hair. And it's like the best hair I've ever used. It's really, really lovely hair, really soft, really easy to work with. So yeah, I can't tell if like people are commenting and I'm just not seeing the comments. Or messages. So yeah, it's currently Friday evening. I finished work a few hours ago, and then my husband and I watched the new Predator film, the like animated one that's just come out on Disney Plus, which actually was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. And now I thought I'll wind down with a spot of reading. So if like this part is getting kind of annoying, I just give it a bit of a trim. I bought these hair scissors actually during COVID lockdown so I could cut my husband's hair, and they've been fantastic ever since. And it was like really cheap. But yeah, if I want to be like really precise with the hair, I'll pull a bit out from the clump and then aim at like one specific hair. Do you cut the hair as well? I do. So like this one, I haven't cut the hair yet, but it is shorter than this hair. Like this is, this one's gonna have like longer curly hair, which I am really excited about because I think it's looking really cute so far. All these little curls. Yeah. How do you do it? It's not particularly hard. I mean, I'm using a heat lamp, so see, this is the baby that I'm doing at the moment. I did want darker hair, but this is the colour of the hair that turned up, so this is what we're working with, because I'm very impatient, and this was expensive hair, so I didn't want to go and buy more. But I think it's going to look cute at the end anyway. I forgot what question you asked and that I was answering. Anyway. It does take quite a long time though, yeah. And as I said, like it looks messy until you add water and then you can style the curls and they look so cute. When I first started rooting this head, I did panic a bit because I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so messy. And then I started styling and oh, I was just like, yes, this is what I want to achieve. So like this bit here, if I just spray that a little with some water, and you see that curl come together. Oh, I love this so much. It's just so good. Oh my gosh, look at that curl. So excited. Maybe it's really sad that I get so excited over like a single baby curl, but look at how cute this is. It's literally adorable. I can't wait for like the whole head to be done and like be able to style it, because this is gonna look so adorable. But yeah, I do sell these dolls. I sell them through reborns.com. There is a link in my bio to where I sell them, but I don't have any that I have made at the moment. I've got some from my collection which are for sale over on reborns.com, and I'm thinking that any that I make, for a while at least, I will be saving to take to the doll show in November. So that is my plan, is to take them there. Oh, someone said this looks hard. It's not that hard when you get the technique. And I'm using a heat lamp. So the heat lamp warms the head from the inside, which is why my needle then like glides in really nicely. It can be a little tricky to like see the end of the hair. That's the only thing. It makes my eyes a bit cross-eyed sometimes. It's actually easier, funnily enough, without my ring light on it, because then I just see the silhouette of the hair, but I'm not sure that you guys would really be able to see anything that's going on if I didn't have the light on, so that's why I've turned that on today. Yeah. It's wild that there's like 2,000 people here, it looks like. I'm not sure I've ever had that many people on a live stream before. That is wild to me. Yeah, I hope you find this process like interesting and satisfying. I do, like obviously it's why I do it, but I just find rooting so satisfying, and I like watching other people rooting videos as well, because like something about just the needle going in and the hair like being attached, it's just very satisfying. Oh, this is going to be a cute curl, I can already tell. Why is it red? So it's red because it has a heat lamp on the inside, which is heating the head up for me, which is what allows my needle to go in more easily. But if I turn it off, you can see it's not a red head, it's a more brown head. And this is the other one I've done recently. So, oh. So I'm gonna bring the hair across like this kind of line here. It's always a bit difficult when I get close to this ear, because the ear starts getting in the way of the rooting, which is irritating, but we manage. And I'm gonna want, I should have brought that down a bit further. I'm gonna want it to like come around here. So I often end up rooting like this way when I'm doing this part near the ear. I don't know what UCBR means. There's people commenting that. I don't know what that means. I am not with the lingo. I had like loads of lingo posted on my TikTok channel recently, and I had to like Urban Dictionary all of it, and it made me feel really old that I didn't know what things that people were saying actually meant. So I'll look that up later. Oh, you guys can't really see this guy now. Just a head in the background. That. So yeah, I always hate doing this part of the head because it's just an awkward angle with the ear being there. And curly hair is a little bit more finicky than straight hair, so like I want kind of the curls to all be together in one area, so I try and like root little clumps at a time, like little sections, so that the hair can come together into a curl. Yeah. I'm gonna have to Google what UCBR is. I don't know what that means. How long does it take to make them? It takes approximately like 30 to 50 hours per doll. It depends on various factors. But like these ones are both cuddle babies, so they are only a head and then a cloth body, so I haven't had to paint the limbs, which has made it a faster process. But I'm rooting them, which makes it a slower process. So it's funny, it's like one of my most asked questions that I see. I managed to trap my finger in the door earlier and gave myself a little blister thing, which was unhelpful, but I lived, so. So I'm kind of just trying to like root this section so that it'll come together in like a single kind of curl. Is what I would like ideally. Yeah, thank you to the people in the comments that are explaining why the head is red. It is a heat lamp, so it won't always be this red. It's just so it heats up the vinyl, makes it easier for me to root. Not everyone uses a heat lamp, and not everyone needs to. For me, I just find it easier to root with, and I haven't like had any accidents with the heat lamp. I know some people have had accidents with their heat lamps where they've like melted the vinyl. So I guess I'm fortunate that I haven't had that happen to me. Therefore, I still feel confident like using the lamp, but I would be so devastated if something were to happen and melt the vinyl after I'd painted a baby. That would be very upsetting. Yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I don't mean to just throw you around there. So yeah, little curls coming. Little curls, so cute. You can see the progress. Yes. I just ruined this curl that I put in. There we go. It'll come back. What does UCBR mean? I'm going to have to look up what UCBR means because I have absolutely no idea. But I'm live streaming on my phone, so I can't use my phone to look it up. What type of hair is it made with? So this is alpaca hair. Yeah, This is alpaca. Other people use mohair, which is like goat hair. I like alpaca because it is the softest hair to use, and the easiest to root, in my opinion. But it does depend on like the brand you get. There are 4,000 people in this live stream, which is completely mind-blowing. It'd be nice if we got paid for live streams. I was trying to answer some questions, but now I feel like the chat is moving too fast and I can't read them fast enough. So I will try and look at it at some point. And yeah, so I painted this baby. I don't sculpt them, so I buy them as like blanks and then paint them. I'm trying to like paint lots of different skin tones, so darker skin tones take quite a lot longer to achieve the depth of skin tone, but I found that they're like really rewarding. So yeah, this baby's got a brown skin tone, which is really cute. And then yeah, I root the hair. I sometimes paint the hair. I do prefer rooted, just because obviously it does look more realistic. And with this sculpt in particular, I felt like I had to do rooted hair because you'll see what's this called? The fontanelle is like really pronounced in this sculpt. So I felt that it was more appropriate for it to be rooted than painted, because otherwise that would have continued to be really pronounced and I didn't want it to be so obvious, which is why I'm rooting. And this girl or boy is going to be really cute with the curly hair. Super cute. See, it's at this point that I think I should probably have like moderators in my comment section. So I'm sorry if anyone is like not happy with the comments, just ignore people. I occasionally ban people if I'm like looking at the chat and not happy with what people are saying, but kind of just in my own headspace tonight. I've had a really challenging week. If any of you guys saw my videos that I've posted like this time last week, I got quite a lot of horrible like messages and comments after those videos, even though a lot of people were really supportive. I had some really horrible messages and it just affected my mental health quite a lot. So that's why one of the reasons why I've like kind of taken a step back this week and not really done much content. And like work being incredibly stressful on top of everything that was going on online. So I've basically spent the whole week feeling like really, really sick with anxiety because it just got really bad. But I feel better today, so that is good. when am I going to begin working on the Too Faced baby? I don't know actually. That's a good idea. I keep buying like new reborn kits, so I end up with like loads in my stash that I need to paint. But yeah, that might be one I work on soon. I think I'd like to do like an Indian skin tone with that one, and I've only done like a couple of Indian babies in the past, so I think that would be nice to do. Because one of the prototypes of that one is an Indian baby, and I just think it's really, really beautifully done. So I might try and emulate that. But yeah, I have so many kits in my collection because like new ones come out all the time, and so I end up just like ordering new kits. I have just pre-ordered one, which is actually a puppy dog. So someone's come out with like 3 different dog sculpts. And so I have pre-ordered one of them that I thought was really cute, and I don't know whether I'll sell it or like keep it for my own collection. I do have a few kits that I've bought to have for my own collection because I think they're really cute. So I've got a few like elf kits like that. Little curls coming. That's quite a long curl. I will probably end up making that curl a little bit shorter. But yeah, I am really loving this like curly hair so far. So it's fun for me because I've done like afro curly hair, but I haven't done like this kind of curly hair. So it's nice to experiment with a different hair texture. See how it comes out. I wasn't sure how it would look, so going well. But yeah, this isn't a voodoo doll, don't worry. This is just a reborn that I have painted. You can see another one in the background here. And I'm adding hair to it. And this is how we add the hair. So, you know, when you see like Barbies, if anyone's watched like restoration of Barbies, or like when people get like Barbie or Bratz dolls and they customize them to look like people, they actually use the same technique, but they have like a different type of hair and they have a bigger needle. And it's called like punching, when you punch the hair into the head with the needle. So it's like the same process, but with like different tools and materials. So it's cool that's like it's the same thing but a different result. But yeah, if you guys aren't enjoying the live stream, then please do feel free to click off, like scroll. I won't be offended at all. I'm just doing what I do. As I said, like a lot of people just like to watch my streams like this to fall asleep, because they can be very relaxing. So as I get closer to the crown of the head, I really want to go kind of one hair at a time, because this, as you get up here, is more of like what you'll be able to see. So I want to make sure that like those areas are really, really neat. Whereas kind of here I'm doing about 2 hairs at a time. You can go in afterwards with tweezers, of course, and take out the extra hair that you don't want. And I am rooting in like a map, so I don't know if you can tell, but I have drawn little lines on the head, and that basically gives me a guide for the direction that I want the hair to go in. Just hearing people outside. And the type of needle I'm using is a specific rooting needle. It actually has little tiny grooves. You won't be able to see because it won't focus. Little tiny grooves along the edge of it, which is what catches the hair and pushes it into the head. So yeah. And yes, this is a lamp. So you can see without the lamp and then with the lamp. So the lamp for me does 2 things. One, it heats up the head so that the hair goes in more easily. And 2, it means that the hair is silhouetted against the head, which makes it easier for me to see the hair that I'm rooting essentially. But you do have to be a bit careful because it does heat up really quite hot. So sometimes it needs some time to cool down. It also depends on like the head that you have. This isn't a particularly hard head. So when I heat it up, it becomes like really soft for the needle to go through, which is fantastic for rooting. I have had other heads that I've rooted that have been like so painfully hard to root. It's taken really long and like makes me break loads of needles. But actually, since I've had the heat lamp, I haven't really broken needles, I don't think, because you don't really need to use much pressure when the head is hot like this. That's nice. But often when I'm rooting, I will watch YouTube videos or like listen to a podcast. I like to watch videos by people that do like commentary on like drama, like internet drama, because I don't really have to watch, I can just listen and it's fun and I get to hear about it. And I dread the day that one day I'm featured on one of those videos, but I have no doubt it'll happen at some point. See, I can feel the head getting quite hot now under my hand. If it gets to a point where it's too hot for me to have my hand there, I will turn the lamp off. See, so this is the bit that I've just rooted, and you see like it looks kind of all messy. And then we go in with the water. And then like the curls start coming, which is really cute. And yeah, I will cut the hair once I finish rooting it, but I might also keep this one with kind of long curly hair because I quite like the curls and I'm able to get here. So like imagine that but all over the head. I think it's just going to look really, really cute with this baby. think it would be really cute to like style this head. Oh, I've been on for 45 minutes. You should have regular breaks, guys. And remember to hydrate. If you haven't drunk anything in a while, make sure to hydrate yourself. Go get some water, have some milk. You know, milk is more hydrating than water. So if you're dehydrated, have some milk. My like ultimate goal with these dolls is for them to one day be used for like film and TV. Oh, I would just die. It would be amazing if they were used for that. I have a friend of mine in the community, Ella, who she supplies film and TV, and I just think that's the coolest thing. Like the coolest thing. Like, imagine seeing your work on TV, be like, I made that. I'd also love to do a prototype one day when my work is good enough. So for those of you that don't know, a prototype is the first version of a kit that comes out. So usually only the best artists get asked to create prototypes because they essentially are what are used to then advertise the kit once it's like fully released. So most kits have between 3 and 5 prototypes, and yeah, it's a lot of artists' dream to create a prototype baby. And a lot of collectors, like, it's a big thing to have a prototype in your collection because they are usually like much more expensive as well. Yeah, that's the dream. Yeah, this is made out of vinyl, by the way. A lot of people think that my babies are silicone, and they are all vinyl, the ones that I make. And vinyl is quite hard, which is obviously why I'm using the heat lamp, because it's not soft and squishy. So you can see that I'm like rooting in a direction, like around the head. So following that rooting map, because our hair all grows in like particular ways, not just like straight down. Some people's do, but I'm like really excited to see how this hair comes out in the end because I think it's going to be amazing. Sometimes it can be hard to see where the hair that I'm rooting is though, because especially this hair and this skin color are actually very similar, so it doesn't really help my eyesight, and my eyesight isn't the best. I have very, very strong prescription glasses, and I had surgery on my eyes last year because my eyesight was so bad. But we manage, because I guess if you are that passionate about something, you find ways to make it work. I don't know why I'm sniffing tonight. weather's been all over the place. It's probably that. I'll be very British and blame the weather. I had a really horrible like bronchial infection for a couple of weeks. I went on holiday with my mum and then we came back and both of us got really, really sick with it. She was diagnosed with bronchitis when she went to the doctor. I, of course, did not go to the doctor. I just took loads of cold medicine. I didn't even take any time off work. I just lived with it. Felt sorry for myself. But I am feeling a lot better now, which is good. But I did see on Reddit like there's loads of stuff going around at the moment, which is like bronchial infections. So see, I can just tell this is going to be like its own little curl and really cute. So for the bits where I'm trying to just root one hair at a time, I will kind of pull some strands out of the main bulk and then try and just get like one hair. It is a little difficult with my ring light on. Don't know, like if I turn the ring light off, this is then what it looks like for you guys. But for me, it means the hair is silhouetted better, so I can actually see like each individual hair. And it's glowing because I've got the lamp inside the head. But this is easier on my eyes as well. Might turn the ring lamp back on, but like turn the brightness down. Oh, it's so satisfying though, this process. And it is getting a bit late. It's past 10 p.m. so 10 o'clock is usually my like getting into bed time because I'm, you know, nearly 30. And might need to go to bed soon. It's been a very long week at work. Like I am very tired. Most of you all know this is not my full-time job. This is what I do for fun. And I have a full-time job. I work in HR. And I don't know, sometimes I find HR really, like, it can be so rewarding when you like help someone with an issue or like put adjustments in place for people. But sometimes it can be really soulless as well, and you just have to like, you know, you have to do what you have to do. So it can be exhausting. But I also don't think I'd want to like just do this full time because this is my hobby and it relaxes me. If I had to rely on this for my primary form of income, I don't think I would be relaxed by making them anymore. I think I would feel infinitely more stressed. And I really like having a stable income. And like anything I get from this is like a bonus on the side, but it's not a priority and it doesn't matter if I don't paint or I don't make videos for a month because it's not really going to affect my income. Because believe it or not, I don't make very much money from like these videos or from selling these guys. Like the amount of time I put in, I probably make about minimum wage for the amount of time I put in. So it's just extra. cute. So let me just turn this down. Just spraying a bit more. I just think these little curls are so cute. I don't know, they just do something to me. I just think it's so adorable. I just want to make them pretty and style them. Yeah, I might leave it there for tonight, especially because the head is getting very, very hot with the heat lamp in, so I don't want to like make it too hot. And then this is one that I have completed, the rooting. I just need to cut it, and I wasn't like the biggest fan of this hair. It kind of looks a little bit frizzy, and that's because of the type of hair I used, which was like a little, what's the word, a little wavy but not like curly like this. So I still need to cut this hair. I haven't glued it either, but yeah, this is the hair I did the other day. Needs sorting really, but I also need to root the eyelashes in here as well. Yeah, these are actually the same sculpt, but I have painted them with different skin tones obviously, and they're going to have different hair types as well. So I will leave it there for this evening. I'll be back on another day. Do remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me, more of my content, or alternatively, if you never want to see anything from me again, then feel free to block me, I guess. But I hope you guys all have an amazing evening and weekend, and hopefully I will see you next time.